Oh, come on, no. No.
That is a
I'm
big
just
pot.
laughing because
Me
I'm
and an
fucking
extra nope
what
on top.
the heck?
Hello, welcome back. I hope you are excited to finally conclude the quest to save the Merchant of Praven's brother. We now have enough men and enough money to hopefully supply myself with some decent gear. I'm gonna just save real quick because that's always a good option before any mistakes happen. So before we go talk to him, let's go to the armor merchant because I'd say armor is more important than a weapon because if I can survive a few hits, that will matter more. I'm also reorganizing so that I spawn with my sword and shield first instead of my crossbow and bolts first. I currently have 860 dinars to spend because I currently will be receiving 53 dinars from this merchant. And he honestly doesn't have anything I can buy at the moment. So, how about instead, let's check out the arms merchant. Let's see if he has a shield I could buy. No. So, nothing worthwhile in either shop. I guess we're just going to go and visit the tavern. Would you look at that? We actually have some new, interesting people here. It's going to be another small talking episode. Here we have a mercenary horseman.
Your name for mercenaries, sir. Me and 4 of my mates are looking for a master. We'll join you for 1,330 dinars.
Alright, but I can only hire 3 of you. Here's 798 dinars. Yeah, like how you're like, yeah, no, one of you is gonna have to stay here. No, sorry, I don't need any other men right now. So again, another mercenary you can get. He's technically like second tier because a mercenary cavalry is higher than him. Here you have a traveler.
Greetings, friend. You look like the kind of man who'd do well to know me. I travel a lot all across Calradia and keep an open ear. I can provide you information that you might find useful. For a meager price, of course.
So you can meet travelers around the world. They all look slightly different. They can tell you about the land, or you can ask to find where one of your companions may be. I currently don't know of any or have any, so I can't ask him. But I can ask what he can tell me about this land.
Calradia is divided into rival kingdoms which can neither manage to live in peace with their neighbors nor completely eliminate them. As a result, there's seldom a break to the bitter wars which plague this land and drain its lifeblood. Well, at least this must be a good place to be for an adventurer such as yourself. With some luck and skill, you can make a name for yourself here, amass a fortune perhaps, or gain great power. Opportunities are endless, and so are the rewards if you are willing to risk your life for them.
Tell me more about these opportunities. Thank you, that's all I needed to know.
Kingdoms will pay good money for mercenaries if they are engaged in war. If you have done a bit of fighting, speaking with one of their lords will probably result in being offered a mercenary contract. However, the real rewards come if you can manage to become a vassal to a king. A vassal can own villages, castles, and towns, get rich with the taxes and revenues of those estates. Normally, only nobles of the realm own land in this way, but in time of war, the king will not hesitate to accept someone who distinguishes himself on the battlefield as a vassal and grant him the right to own land. It is not unheard of for adventurers to renounce allegiance to a Calradian king altogether, declare themselves kings, and claim land in their own name. This is a different path, however, as the great nobles of the land, with their long ancestries, are not likely to accept such upstarts as their monarch. Such rulers would need to be very careful in establishing their right to rule, or they would be set upon from all sides. It might be easier for an adventurer like yourself to pledge support to an existing king's rival. There are many such pretenders in Calradia, those who are born to the right family, who go around and stir up trouble saying they have a better claim to the throne than the current king. If those claim holders could find supporters, they could easily start civil wars, and perhaps even replace the king one day.
So I believe travelers were implemented in this remaster of Mountain Blade Warband, to make it easier to find the claymates of the kingdoms, because there are 6 kingdoms, but each kingdom also has someone else who claims to be the king of that kingdom. So you can decide to join up with them and instead help them
start a civil war and retake that kingdom. It's very fun to do. I've done it a few times. I can ask where to find these claim holders. Actually, I won't pay if I ask this option right now, but I guess I've heard enough already, thank you. No, well, it's interesting. Where can I find these claim holders? A claim holder's life would be in danger in his own country, of course. Therefore, they usually stay at rival courts raising support and hoping to find someone willing to champion their cause. I usually hear news about some of them, and may be able to tell you their location with some precision, but of course, I would ask for a little something for such service. Yes? Yeah, I don't need to know about that right now, so farewell. Here we have a farmer. Farmers are always fun to find because they always give you quests about saving villages, but I'm actually not going to do it right this second because I realize that would be very detrimental to me because that means fighting a lot of bandits, so I'm going to avoid talking to him at this moment. There's a different ransom broker over here, but he will have the same dialogue as the other one. I'm going to avoid that man to my left right now because I would love to speak to him, but I'm going to see who else is here first. Again, there's no one spawned upstairs, but it's such a full house downstairs. It's literally such a full house, it's Bob Saget. R.I.P. Let's talk to Marnid, one of my favorite, most faithful companions. Hello. Would you be so kind as to have a cup with me? Down to my last 5 dinars, and I'd rather not drink alone. Your last 5 dinars? What happened to you? It's a tragic tale, sir. A while back I left Jeroya with a caravan of goods. I was hoping to sell it all in Sargoth and make a hefty sum. But what do you know? We were ambushed by a party of Kurgat raiders who rode away with most of the horses and goods. And 2 days later my own caravan guards ran away with the rest of what I had. So, here I am. No money, and no way home. Well, perhaps I could offer you work. Can you fight? Well, I will confess I am not a warrior by trade. I'm a fast learner. I can ride, know a fair bit about trade, prices and such. That will do. Good. Give me a few moments to prepare, and I'll be ready to move. So, that's a simple introduction to Marnid, a trader who has fallen down on his luck and is looking for a second chance in life. Calradia, the land of second chances. Let's leave whenever you're ready. So now I have a companion. And I don't have anything to equip him with at the moment, so he's just going to be in my party while I speak to this merchant. I love that little flute.
Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Praven have told us that there is a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect they're all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of the lair.
Very well, I shall hunt for the bandits. Why don't you come with us? I cannot deal with this matter at this time. Why don't you come with us?
Because I'm paying you to go take care of it. That's the short answer. The long answer is that I've got some leads to follow up here in town, and I have just as much chance of getting knocked on my head as you, if that's what you're asking. But I respect your question. Now what do you say?
Very well, I shall hunt for the bandits. I realized I didn't read the other options for Marnid, the ones where I reject him as a follower. They aren't the best ones. Some of them are much funnier. I don't actually need to go to the town center. Let's just go to this map. And I can go from here to here. Now, before I fight this band of robbers, which is now a blue highlighted quest target, spawned by the Merchant of Praven to find his brother, I'm going to move Marnid up, so he is now the first person to spawn after me in my party. And before I fight these robbers, because I'm just so afraid of being destroyed. Let's go.
What do you want?
Been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners and I'll let you go.
Those prisoners are only going free if you pay the ransom. Did you bring any silver?
No, but I brought steel. You've encountered a band of robbers. You have 8 troops fit for battle against their 4. Charge the enemy. Now you see here, I've got Swedian militia. I think these are all militiamen. I think the recruits... Yeah, he's going. And then I also have Marnid here. So now he is a more unique unit in the game because he can level up like a player can, and I can equip him
with equipment, unlike these regular recruits. They spawn each battle with a set amount of items from a list of class-determined items. Since the recruits are level 1, they spawn with like just a few level 1 items, and then the militiamen are level 2 troops, so they can spawn with an array of level 2 items, and most units have a 5-tier scale, ranging from infantry, cavalry, and archers. The only unit to have a 6th tier is the Nords, and it's a Nord Huskarl, which is the strongest infantry unit in the game. They're fairly strong. They can definitely powerhouse most anyone.
Aye, spare me. Spare my life. Let me go and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade and you'll never hear of me again.
I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and I'll give him your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts and you can go free.
Oh, bless you, sir, bless you. We done that no harm. We've been keeping an eye on the Asgard. I'll describe the area nearby in detail, so there's no mistake in it.
Again, I can't capture these enemies, but almost all of my recruits are now militiamen, so I've got a pretty good squad of militiamen to fight alongside me. I am scared to go to this kidnapper's hideout. It's nice that it's close to Asgard. It may have been long enough to where I can recruit new followers from there. I'm going to go to Praven first. There's no one to talk to here. I'm afraid to talk to this farmer. Alright, you know what? I'm going to save real quick, because I want to know what he's going to say. And that looks pretty funny. So, oh, and it's a different farmer now. Before he had brown hair, he aged very quickly.
My lord, you look like a man of the sword and someone who could help us. Will you hear my plea?
What is the matter, my good man? What are you burbling about, peasant? Speak out. What is the matter, my good man?
Bandit brigands have taken refuge in our village. They take everything we have, force us to serve them, and do us much evil. If one of us so much as breathes a word of protest, they kill the poor soul on the spot right away. Our lives have become unbearable. I risked my skin and ran away to find someone who can help us.
Why don't you go to the lord of your village? He should take care of the vermin.
I did, sir, but the lord's men did not let me see him, and said he was occupied with more important matters, and that we should deal with our own problem ourselves. Please, sir, you look like a man of valor and a fearsome warrior, and you have no doubt many friends and soldiers at your service. If there is anyone who can help us, it's you.
Very well, I'll help you. Where is this village? I can't be bothered with this right now. Why would I fight these bandits? What's in it for me? Where is this village?
God bless you, sir. Our village is Elberl. It is not too far from here.
So, Albarrel is fairly close. It's actually also good that I came back here, because there's another small bit of dialogue I can have with the Merchant of Praven. I will deal with that farmer quest later.
You found out where they hid my brother. Splendid work. I flatter myself that I'm a fine judge of character, and you look to be a man who can get things done. Now go out and save his unworthy hide.
Very well. I go now to attack the bandits in their lair and find your brother. I cannot deal with this matter at this time. Again, just a little dialogue that is almost basically unnecessary. You don't need to talk to him again there. You can just go straight to Kidnapper's hideout. But it's nice that there's that little added extra bit in there. Let's see if Asgard has anyone. Recruits? Ooh, 7 recruits. I've got a good party, and I still have to train the peasants here. So I said not to load up the quest queue, but I've been doing that a little bit. I have 18 days to train the peasants of Asgard, and I don't have a time limit to save the village of Elberl, but I should head there after I deal with these bandits, because those quests don't last long. And then this one doesn't have a time limit. I can actually do this one whenever I want in the game. But let's go to the Kidnapper's hideout. After I save, of course, because I don't want to die. Got a good squad. So, got a good amount of troops. Only like 6 will spawn in with you, but since they're high level, they're more likely to spawn in. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet, and you can still sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site, down a narrow defile, means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join the attack, and they will be able to bring their horses. If your initial attack fails, the looters will easily be able to make their escape and disperse. Do you wish to attack the hideout, or wait for another occasion? Let's attack the hideout. These forest bandit hideouts are honestly probably one of my least favorite ones because of their layout. It's very spread out. I guess it's in a sense a smart layout for the forest bandits because they can spawn on either side up in these trees to shoot arrows down on you. Seems like basically everyone is charging in this front way. I think Marnit is the only one who ended up running up the hill, which I thought they were all doing. Oh no, wait, I see him. Thought they were all running up the hill, but it seems like they're all here with me, which is good. I am so afraid. I don't know if the actual troops gain experience for killing people, or if it is based on completing a battle where they gain experience, but the followers or companions gain XP when they defeat a unit, as do I. So I do hope to take down a few units myself to slowly gain some experience, because again, I'm really bad at video games. I'm mostly here for the story. I just like to be involved. I like to be here. I'm just going to narrate a lot of this while my men do most of the work, which is, I guess, partially a key feature of this game, having an army of loyal followers who do your bidding. It's obviously not the best AI, and I one day hope to play Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, which came out almost 10 years after this game. I'd love to play it, but I don't have the money for that right now, and I'm playing this. So, enjoy. But my men defeated all of the bandits. The merchant's brother should be running towards me now. I can't hurt him, in case you're wondering. Merchant's brother.
Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother and Praven put you out into their track?
Yes, I told them that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains are now yours. A sword actually better than mine. It is a 30 damage sword, whereas that one was 29, so not much better. But I will take everything else to sell. It says I have some soldiers to upgrade, so I will upgrade them. One more militiaman, and I'll have the first unit I can upgrade into a split path of either a infantryman or an archer. If I go down the infantry path, I will also have the option for a cavalry unit. If I go down the archer path, I will not. I believe a infantry unit will be more beneficial at this time. So I'm going to make a Swadian footman from that militiaman. And you'll see he has different equipment than the militiaman and the recruit. He's starting to look more like a soldier. He's got some chainmail there. So that should be, again, helpful in the future. Speaking of the future, it'll be like when I help the Merchant of Praven in the city of Praven next episode. I hope you enjoy watching this. Stay tuned next time when I help the Merchant of Praven in the city of Praven. Praven. Bye.
Mountain Blade, 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 Mountain Blade.
All right.